You've heard what the VA secretary had to say about vets and their wait times, no big deal, saying that they're akin to folks at Disney World and the wait time for a ride. Well, that really stuck at the craw of a lot of people, including yours truly, and including U.S. Senator Roy Blunt from the fine state of Missouri, who said that's enough to have the guy pack up and leave. The senator joins you right now. Senator, you're probably aware that today, at least, he tried to dial that back a little bit, but you argue too little too late.
Well, I'm surprised it took him that long to realize just how out of touch that comment is. You know, for too long, we've had too many people running the VA who wanted to run the VA based on what was better for the Veterans Administration rather than what was better for veterans. This is a guy that I actually thought, coming from the private sector, would be willing to compete. And they've taken the bill that I co-sponsored, that we passed a year ago, and made it almost impossible to be one of the competitors to the Veterans Administration. Let the Veterans Administration compete for veterans health care and see if they can do a better job. They're not doing it right now. If he had a private sector job, he would have already be gone.
You know, the argument that he raised afterwards, he says, I'm a vet myself. I've served this country, and the last thing I'd like to do is do anything harmful to veterans. But what really bothered a lot of folks, his service to the country notwithstanding, is the fact that he came in to address wait times and lines of vets who were waiting for care, and then he dismissed the very rationale for his coming to the VA in the first place. So it confused folks, didn't it?
Well, it's very confusing, and frankly, I'm usually of the view that it's the guy at the top that needs to be replaced, not the people that work for him. And so whether it was almost anybody else, I've said, look, we ought to be looking at the top, not at this particular administrator. Because of that, I didn't vote for Ash Carter when he was confirmed. I didn't vote for Loretta Lynch because they said they were going to continue to do what they'd been doing at the Defense Department or at the Justice Department. I voted for this person because he came in and said, I'm going to change things. I'm willing to compete. I'm going to solve these problems. And he has it. You know, Neil, we have a big VA facility in St. Louis, Missouri, the Cochran facility. They have 46,000 veterans a year come to that facility. They've had eight part-time directors, 8 temporary directors for almost 3 years now, and things haven't gotten better under Mr. McDonald's watch. They've gotten worse. I'm tired of it. I think a lot of people are tired of it, and maybe most importantly, a lot of veterans are tired of it, and they want to see some real competitive change.
You know, he did mention the Disney comparison. My immediate thought was, well, why don't you do what Disney does and find a way to deal with lines? And Disney has come up with things like fast passes and ways to get people through lines a little bit faster. I mean, but that's a gimme. But we don't have a fast pass. We don't have something special set up for those vets who, let's say, might be in more dire health to move to the front of the line, to get the care they need right away.
And they've done everything they could actually to slow the line down. We gave the Veterans Administration plenty of capacity to let veterans choose to go somewhere else. They've made it hard for doctors to sign up. Instead of saying, okay, anybody that's already signed up for Medicare, you can also be a VA provider. They said, oh no, you're going to have to go through a whole set of other circumstances. And by the way, we're going to be really slow in paying you. We passed a law that said if you're more than 40 miles from a facility, you can go to an alternative facility. We're changing the law right now to make it clear we mean a facility that provides the service the veteran needs, not somewhere that takes your blood pressure and you need open heart surgery. They've resisted every possible thing that would eliminate those lines, give veterans more choice and more options for care than they have now.
It's ridiculous. Senator, thank you very, very much. We do appreciate it.
Exactly.